time for one more overview on the filters for this video, and that's the supporting keywords filter, Sue. Now, when I apply this, I get a lot more keywords come back. So again, can you just explain first how this filter is constructed, the algorithm using the bits that you've got there, and how you think people should use the results when they use the supporting keywords filter?
So it's almost easier to go back the other way. Let me talk about why you use it first, and then we'll talk about how it's constructed. This is my favorite filter for when I'm putting together somebody's website in DWS, and particularly when I'm down on the lowest level and I need some supporting keywords. So I'm not too fussed at that point about whether or not they've got cost and traffic. I just need good supporting keywords, and I need a lot of them, and I need them fast. So I don't have to think with this. It's just looking at the basics. So now let's look at what it does. It looks at the pages, the broad pages, and it makes sure that, that the pages are going to be smaller than the seed term times 95. So it's going to be at least 5% smaller than the original term. So what that does is it keeps me focused underneath in the conversation. It keeps me focused in that conversation. I'm not going broader, I'm going smaller. And then it's got a Larry that's greater than 40, which is perfectly acceptable when you're looking at a supporting keyword. And if that gives you too many and it's starting to get frustrating to go through the whole list, I'm looking at that list and I can't believe how long it is. So then I would pop that up to 60 or 70 until I'm just have like 10 keywords that I can select from, so that, you know, I'm not sitting there having to think. When I'm doing those pages, when I'm putting in supporting keywords for pages, I already know the USP, I already know the pains in the marketplace. I've already selected the theme for the page, and I've drilled into the theme for the page. That's probably why you've got so many, because you're up at email marketing. So I would be down at that lower level of the supporting article, and I've probably got, glory be, I've probably got at least 30 pages and probably more like 100 pages that I got to do. And one of the reasons that I can do them so quickly is because I use this filter. And so I tweak that filter out for that market until I find that sweet spot with the Larry, and then I can just go from theme to theme to theme. It gives me maybe a dozen keywords. I'm looking at the theme of the page, and I'm picking those keywords that are going to allow me to tell a story, so that as my writer looks at that theme and then looks at the supporting keywords, they go, oh yeah, I know what she wants me to talk about, and then they're off and running.
Brilliant. So this is the type of filter that's going to give the concept of content for a page, and these are the sort of keywords that you can give to your writers or use to jog your memory to create fuller articles using some of the phrases. You wouldn't use all of these in one page, would you?
Oh heavens, no. I want like maybe 5 or 6 supporting keywords. A minimum of 3 and a maximum of 5 or 6. And those keywords then also become the anchor text for articles later, so that you've got at least one inbound link for each one of those keywords. So, you know, later on you're going to write blog posts about those keywords, and that's why you want them to be germane to that pain, germane to that USP when you're writing about it, like you know where you're headed from, so that when you turn it on its head and you use that in a blog post later, it's not impossible to write about. It's like, oh, there's no connection actually to this back to the main story. It's an obvious connection.
Brilliant. Okay, so thanks for that. We'll come back with the next video where we look at vertical markets.
Excellent. Thank you, Kevin.